4, 3, 2, 1.
Studio Classroom is
Record.
Studio Classroom. Studio Classroom.
Please stand by.
A classroom. Studio Classroom. Studio Classroom. Studio Classroom.
Studio Classroom is on the air.
Hello friends, I'm so glad you're joining us here at Studio Classroom on the air. And I know your English will improve today. I hope you believe it too. My name is Gabe, and we have a sports lesson today, but it's not a traditional sport by any means. It actually started more as a game for kids, but it has evolved into a sport. The title of today's lesson is From a Toy to a Sport. So it's called spike ball. And if you like volleyball and you like trampolines, then you might like spike ball. Let's learn all about spike ball now.
From a toy to a sport. Is spike ball the next great American sport? Are you ready to challenge your friends to a fast-paced game? If so, spike ball is for you. Get ready to dive, block, and dash to save the ball. Forget boundaries, because there are none. No court is required either, so you can play the game almost anywhere. All you need is a ball, a spike ball net, and 2 teams of 2 players. The fun begins when a player serves the ball down onto the trampoline-style net, and it flies up toward the opposing team.
Hi everyone, welcome to Language Lab. 这篇文章的第一个重点是 boundary 这个名词。boundary 是指边界或者是分界线。例如 boundary disputes between countries are common in some areas of the world. 国与国边界的争议在世界上的某些区域是相当普遍的。或者是 we put a fence up as a boundary around our property because our neighbors tried to cut down some of our trees.我们在土地的边界立起了围栏，因为邻居们曾经试图要砍我们的树。Boundary 也指心理上或行为上的界限。例如 you need to set clear boundaries for your children so they know what they can do and cannot do. 你需要为你的孩子设立清楚的界限，他们才知道什么可以做，什么不能做。接下来我们看的是 oppose 这个动词。OP 这个字首有对立的意思，而 POSE 这个字根是指放置，所以 oppose 就是指反对、抵制或者是不赞成。例如 Everyone in the neighborhood opposes the building of the new mall. 这附近的每一个人都反对盖一座新的购物商场。它的现在分词 opposing 可以当形容词，意思是对抗的。例如 The opposing team lost by more than 30 points. 敌对的球队以30多分落败。它的名词是 opposition, O-P-P-O-S-I-T-I-O-N. 它是一个不可数名词。例如 There is a lot of opposition to the new road that is going to bypass our town. 大家对于这条新路要穿越我们的城镇，反对声浪非常的大。
All right, Rebecca, you wrote this lesson.
I did.
That's exciting.
I will be very honest. When I was first assigned this topic, I was a little, let's say, disappointed because I don't necessarily enjoy writing sports lessons because sometimes they're a little hard. But when I start doing my research, I loved learning about spike ball.
Yeah? Is it because you realized that it came from a toy or something that was kind of like a toy? And you like toys?
I do like toys. You're funny. Well, no, I think it was just, whenever you're assigned a topic you don't know much about, whether it be in school or, here at Studio Classroom when I have to write something and I don't know a lot about the topic, it can be really easy to think, do I have to do this? But when you start reading about it, you realize it's very interesting.
That is a good point. Friends, does that describe you as well? Do you look for the adventure when you have to do something that at first you didn't really want to do? We can learn new things every day. And today we're learning about the sport spikeball, or a game anyway. Is spikeball the next great American sport? Is it? We've got baseball and football. Those are two great American sports. Maybe spikeball is next.
Well, that is what some are saying, but who knows? Our lesson says, are you ready to challenge your friends to a fast-paced game?
Hey, before we continue, let's talk about that phrase, to challenge somebody to do something. Okay, this means to offer to compete with somebody in some way.
For example, Pam challenged Josh to a baking contest. I wonder who will win.
Oh man, well, if you challenged me to a baking contest, you would be the winner, Rebecca.
Well, maybe I will challenge you, Gabe, to a baking contest.
Well, as long as I get to eat some free food, I'll take you up on that challenge.
All righty then. Well, let's continue on. If so, spikeball is for you.
So, the question again is, are you ready to challenge your friends to a fast-paced game? If you are, then spikeball is for you. Is for you. Like it's a gift for you?
No. That was a good one, Gabe.
Right? No, this is a great phrase to know, friends. Something is for you. This means it's appropriate for you, or it's just right for you.
For example, are you interested in a type of exercise that is relaxing and takes you different places, but of course, gives you exercise? If so, biking is for you.
Yeah, I was trying to guess what sport that was. Yeah, biking is for you. That's good.
Did you guess biking?
Well, no, not before you said it. Yeah.
Oh, too bad.
Well, friends, if you like learning English, Studio Classroom is for you. And let's move on. All right, so we're learning about spikeball here. Get ready to dive, block, and dash to save the ball. Sounds like a pretty active sport, Rebecca.
Oh, you bet it is. You will definitely get your exercise. And I like this next part. Forget boundaries because there are none. Have you heard of any sport that has no boundaries?
Any sport that has no boundaries? Most sports I can think of, yeah, there are lines, right? You can't go out of bounds. But spikeball, there are no boundaries. How does that work?
Well, let's continue reading to find out. No court is required either. So you can play the game almost anywhere. So we could play even here in the studio.
Hey, that's a good idea, Rebecca. Too bad we don't have any spikeball equipment. But we read about the equipment here. All you need is a ball, a spikeball net, and 2 teams of 2 players. That's good, so you don't need that many people, just 4 people. The fun begins when a player serves the ball down onto the trampoline-style net, and it flies up toward the opposing team. I think I have to see a video of this. But we see here this trampoline-style net. Now, actually, you see the word trampoline, and a trampoline in Chinese is 弹跳床. I love jumping on big trampolines.
Oh, I do too. When I was younger, we used to have a trampoline.
One of those big round ones?
One of those big round
So
ones.
fun.
So much fun. And every night, we would go out to the trampoline and jump to get our exercise.
It sounds like good exercise.
Oh, it was fun.
Sounds like fun anyway. Yeah, oh man, I wish I had a yard big enough for a big trampoline like that here. But as you see here, this is a spikeball net, and it looks kind of like a trampoline, although a lot smaller.
Yes, it definitely does have the appearance of being a trampoline, but it kind of looks like one of those smaller trampolines. But speaking of spikeball, since we're talking about spikeball, does it seem like spikeball offers a whole new ball game of opportunities and experiences?
I don't know what you're talking about, but right now it's time for us to go to the Info Cloud. Are they talking about ball games?
welcome to InfoCloud. We've talked in the past about how certain aspects of culture influence expressions, especially sports.
Today, we are talking about a whole new ballgame. Now, this expression is commonly used by sports commentators when something changes the expected outcome of the game.
For example, a star player is injured, or a really big play is made, or perhaps the momentum has dramatically changed and the team that was losing is now winning.
But we can also use this expression in day-to-day life. That means something might look similar to a preceding situation, but it's actually radically different.
With the invention of the touchscreen on the iPhone, it was a whole new ballgame for cell phones.
Usually we say that something is a whole new ballgame. When you removed the wall to the living room, it was a whole new ballgame. Your apartment looks twice as big now.
Carolyn makes an important point in her example. This expression can be used in a lot of different situations.
Many times we use this to talk about how small things make a really big difference.
当我们在看体育转播时，如果你听到评论员说 "a whole new ball game" 这个用语，很可能就是局势已经开始逆转了，看起来像是一场全新的比赛。在日常生活中，你也可以用 "a whole new ball game" 来表达一个东西焕然一新。例如，朋友的家装潢之后变得相当不一样，你可以说 "It's a whole new ball game"， 你创造了一个全新的地方。这句话也可以用来表达一样东西改变了游戏规则，像是 iPhone 彻底改变或创造了一个全新的手机市场。Once the iPhone was invented, it was a whole new ball game for cell phones. 这就是今天的 InfoCloud， 我们下次再见。
A classic student classroom. Student classroom. Student classroom.
Studio Classroom is on the air.
Hi guys, today we're learning about a cool sport called spike ball. Our lesson is called From a Toy to a Sport, and this is a fast-paced game that you can play with your friends. You need a trampoline-style net, and what else is necessary for spike ball? Let's find out now.
From a toy to a sport. Teamwork is necessary for the receiving team to volley the ball no more than 3 times, with players alternating their volleys. Then they bounce it off the net back to the first team. The first team now controls the ball and bounces it off the net, etc. When one team can't keep doing this, the opposing team earns a point. The first team to reach 21 points wins. Spike ball is a fast-moving, competitive game. Be prepared to use your head, feet, or torso to hit the ball.
Alright， 继续我们看 bounce 这个动词。bounce 是指使弹起或使反弹。例如 ，the kid who kept bouncing his ball on the classroom floor was stopped by his teacher。这个一直在教室地板上弹球的男孩被老师制止了。或者是 the player made the shot, but the basketball bounced off the rim。这位球员投出了球，但是篮球弹出了篮筐。或者是 Melanie bounced to school because she couldn't wait to see her friends. Melanie 蹦蹦跳跳的去上学，因为她等不及要见她的朋友了。Bounce 也指支票被银行拒付，例如 Wilson's check bounced due to insufficient funds. Wilson 因为户头的金额不足，遭银行拒付他的支票。最后我们看的是 competitive 这个形容词。COM 这个字首是指共同的 ，PET 这个字根是指寻求，所以 competitive 就是指竞争性的，或者是竞争激烈的。 例如 The entertainment business is very competitive in Korea. New groups emerge at a very fast pace. 韩国的演艺圈竞争非常激烈，新的团体以非常快的速度崛起。Competitive 也指具竞争力的，例如 The product has been selling very well because of its competitive price. 这个产品在市场上一直很热销，因为它的定价非常具有竞争力。And now let's get back to our teachers.
Thanks, Michelle. All right, now we're finding out about what else is necessary to play spike ball. And I love this. The first word here is teamwork. Teamwork is great. It's not just necessary to play a game like spike ball, but it's necessary if you're working with others in a group project, at school or at work, or in any sport with teams, right? Or even here at Studio Classroom, Rebecca, I would say we have pretty good teamwork.
Well, we definitely do have to work as a team. If we didn't have good teamwork, let me tell you something. We wouldn't get anything done.
Yeah, that's true. So, in spike ball, which I wish we could play here in the studio, teamwork is necessary for the receiving team to volley the ball no more than 3 times with players alternating their volleys. Okay, there's this idea of volleying in spike ball. Isn't that what you do in volleyball?
Right, exactly. Some people say that spike ball is closely related to volleyball, but the biggest difference is that, well, with volleyball, the net is out here, and with spike ball, the net is on the bottom. It has like a trampoline style.
Yeah,
net.
And it seems like the ball is a little smaller, maybe even harder to control than a volleyball.
But both games you have to volley.
Right, both games you have to volley. And friends, you see this word here, this verb, to volley. That means you're hitting a ball before it touches the ground. So in volleyball, you can volley it, I think, 3 times each team, right?
Right, but I believe they also have to alternate. So the same person can't volley the ball 2 times in a row.
Well, you mentioned that word alternate again, and it's here in our lesson with players alternating their volleys. So when you're alternating, you're acting by taking turns in some way. First you, then me, then you, then him, then her. You're alternating.
For example, let's say you're in a classroom setting, you're playing a game, boys against girls. We could say, in the game, we will alternate between boys and girls. So boys will answer the question first, then the girls.
So back to spike ball, Rebecca, am I right in saying that if we're on the same team, we can volley, but I cannot volley or touch the ball twice in a row?
You are correct.
So I have to hit it once, and then you hit it, and then maybe I could hit it again.
Yes.
Okay, great.
And then you have to spike the ball into the net.
Oh, that's where the name came from. It's like a spike in volleyball.
Yes, you got to go just like that. If only we had a spike ball in a net, we could demonstrate.
Exactly. Well, friends, you see these pictures anyway, and maybe you can look it up online to learn more about it. But we read here, then they bounce it off the net back to the first team. The first team now controls the ball and bounces it off the net, etc. It just keeps alternating like that.
When one team can't keep doing this, the opposing team earns a point. The first team to reach 21 points wins. Spike ball is a fast-moving, competitive game. It definitely sounds like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Be prepared to use your head, feet, or torso to hit the ball.
Oh, good. So you have to use your head. Well, friends, this phrase appears in our lesson in a literal way. You can really use your head when you are playing spike ball. However, Rebecca and I thought it would be fun to talk about another meaning of using your head. And this means to think hard or think creatively. Think outside the box. Use your head.
For example, in math class, I really need to use my head. There is so much to think about. Or let's say that someone needs to write a paper and they don't have any idea as to what they should write about, and they keep asking you for suggestions. You could say, come on, Colleen, just use your head. Think.
Exactly. Or maybe you have a problem at home, something you're trying to fix. You could hire somebody from the outside, but before you do that, use your head. Think of ways that you can solve the problem yourself. Well, be prepared to use your head, feet, or torso, that is your upper part of your body, to hit the ball.
Well, right now, friends, it's time for you to take some time and use your head as we go visit the SC Challenge.
Yes.
Hey everyone, it's time for the SC Challenge. And can you guess who's back to compete? Let's find out.
Hello everyone, I'm Josh and I am ready to win.
Hi friends, I'm Pauline. We'll see who wins.
We will see who wins. That's right. Well, today's lesson is called From a Toy to a Sport. So, today's lesson is about a sport. And the first question I have is, what does a spike ball net resemble? A trampoline. B, a volleyball net. C, a basketball court. Or D, a table. Yes, Josh?
A trampoline.
A trampoline? Yes, that is correct. 1 point for Josh. Question number 2. What other sport is spike ball most similar to? A, basketball. B, ping pong. C, volleyball. Or D, baseball. Yes, Pauline?
A, basketball?
A, basketball. No, that's not correct. Josh?
B, ping pong.
B, ping pong. No, that's not correct. Try. Yes, Pauline.
Volleyball?
C, volleyball. Yes, that is correct. 1 point for Josh. 1 point for Pauline. This is the tiebreaker. Number 3, what can you use to hit the ball when playing spike ball? A, any body part. B, only your hands. C, your head. Or D, your feet. Yes, Josh?
I'm going with A because I'm lucky with that one.
Any body parts?
Any body parts.
That's correct. Good job. Josh has 2 points. Pauline has 1. So our winner today is Josh. Good job. Thank you all so much for playing. And of course, friends, thank you for playing. Now you know a little bit more about spike ball. We'll see you next time.
Guess what I found, Rebecca?
What did you find?
I found a spike ball. You see, it's a yellow ball with spikes on it. It's a spike ball.
So you're saying we could play spike ball?
Right. All we need is
a trampoline-style net.
Right.
Gabe, what are we going to do about that?
I really don't know.
Well, here's your spike ball.
Yeah, thanks. I guess we do need a little bit more
Yes.
to have a fast-paced game.
Right. Well, friends, thank you for joining us today. And make sure you come back tomorrow as we continue talking about spike ball.
Right here on Studio Classroom.
Cares at all times. A friend endures at all times. A good friend lasts a lifetime. I am so proud to have you in my life. A good friend lasts a lifetime.